Radio. Okay, so hello everyone. 1 second. Okay, so it's time. Let's play Pokémon FireRed. Very nostalgic. Here we go. I'm excited to do this. I'm going to be using all of my original Pokémon from my very first time I played Pokémon Blue. I think it was Blue, yeah. I borrowed my friend's cartridge back when I was, I don't know how old I was, maybe 7 years old or something. And it's all classic Pokémon like Charizard, Primate, Butterfree, you know, all those kind of ones. But yeah. Oh, I forgot I've muted my Switch. Oh, I've got a oh, sorry, I just realized I had the stream playing on my screen on my browser, so I could see the timer while I was waiting. Anyways, back to FireRed. So, let's do this. Right, yep. Okay. Yep, we know all of this. Yep. Okay, yep, in the world. New paths will help you. Alright, so of course I'll be starting off with my starter Charmander, but of course. So hello there, Professor Oak. Nice to see you. And yeah. It is a shame that there isn't a speed up button, but I suppose that's all part of the journey, isn't it? So, yep, for some people Pokemon are pets. I mean, I love them either way, right? Right, so, yep, let me tell you about myself. I am indeed a boy. My name is Tarik. What? Tarik. Radio. Let's go. That's right. I'm gonna call him I'm gonna call him Blue just because he's going to have a Blastoise. If for some reason he was gonna have a Venusaur, I probably would have made more sense to call him Green, I suppose. But yeah, anyways, our rival's name is Blue. Yep, that's correct. Let's go. Right, okay, so I'm just going to double check that the audio is all good because I don't want to realize that the music is too loud or something, so give me 1 second. Okay, so the audio sounds all good to me, so I don't see why we don't just keep going. Right. I do remember there's always a potion in this PC, so let's boot up that and let's withdraw the potion. Here we go. Lovely jubbly. Right. Let's move on. And hello, Mother. Yep, let's go see Professor Oak then. I wonder if I can just trigger it immediately by walking into the grass. I can indeed. Cool, okay. Hey, wait. Okay, oh, hiya, Chargebolt. Nice to see you in the chat. Welcome. Yeah, so we are recreating my very first journey from when I was a I mean, I don't remember how old I was, maybe like 7 years old or something, but I'm going to do my best to try and recreate it as best as I can. I still remember all the Pokemon I used. It was all basically like very basic choices, I guess, but you know, you can't help your favorites, you know. Charizard, Primeape, Butterfree, Pidgeot, stuff like that. Anyways, hello, Gramps. Right, there we go. Oh, that's right. I told you to come. Just wait. Here, Tarek. Right. Moment of truth. Let's... It's such a shame that Pokemon Home compatibility doesn't work both ways, because I can get low-level Pokemon from Pokemon Go, it'd be so fun to, like, start a playthrough with, like, a level 5 Charizard or something, but alas, at least we can transfer them out, I suppose. And I'm guessing those Pokemon that have beaten the Elite Four will have, like, the Kanto Champion ribbon or whatever it's called, so that'll be fun. No, I don't want Squirtle. Nope, okay, so third time is the charm. Let's go for our Charmander. I am indeed. Well, hey, Charmander. We're going to pretend the consciousness of my Charizard has, like, moved into this Charmander, right? For the sake of, my Charizard being the one on this journey with me, right? You know, just for the sake of, like, my own little headcanon. Right. So, time to initiate our very first battle with our rival. Let's do this. I'm going to have a sip of my coffee quickly. Oh, the music. Right, Squirtle comes on in. Okay, Charmander, it's all you, buddy. And, oh, for Pete's sake. Charmander, let's thrash this Squirtle. Right. Yep. Okay, so let's go for a scratch. We are faster, that's good to see. Good chunk of damage. How much are they going to do with their tackle? Oh, they go for Tail Whip. Alright, alright. I'm going to keep going for scratches because that sometimes is the best play. So, almost 50%. So they've dropped my defense to -2. Okay, fair enough. Let's go for a scratch. Right, nicely done. They go for a tackle. Right, I think we can two-shot them now. So one more scratch will do the job. So don't you crit me. Ooh, okay. We go for the scratch and it's enough to knock out the Squirtle. Amazing stuff. Good job, Charmander, buddy. So, I feel like Charmander, I feel like the Pokemon look more saturated. I mean, doesn't the Charmander look a lot more like a vibrant orange? I mean, it could just be the bad screens of the Game Boys, but I don't know. For some reason, Charmander looks a lot more vibrant here. It could just be that I'm overexcited as well, who knows, but yeah, bro, I'm glad you see it my way. Yeah. Charizard in the Charmander's body, yeah. We're going to imagine we just moved this consciousness into this Charmander. Right, what? Unbelievable. No, you didn't, Blue. Squirtle is like your perfect partner. I mean, I always associate blue/green with Blastoise anyways. But yeah, nicely done. We win our first battle. Alright, see you later. We're going to get a package now, I believe, and I always remember to go to to Blue's house, sorry, because his sister gives us the town map. I don't know if that's after we get Professor Oak's package, but we'll figure it out as we go. Right, okay. Let's do this. And I'm not going to look at my Charmander's nature, because if it's something that I don't like, I'm going to be unhappy, and I want to love this Charmander. So, yeah, we're not going to look at the nature. We're not going to look at nature. Right, so technology's incredible. Yep. Can't wait till I can get the running shoes, I'll tell you that much. Right, let's see. Can we get the town map? Oh, I guess it's not till we get the package. Fair enough. I'll be back later. Right. Oh, okay. Yep. Let's move on. And as soon as we get some Pokeballs, I'm going to catch myself a Pidgey. But in the meantime, let's train our Charmander up. So, ooh, a Pidgey. And whilst I'm not the best at remembering what every Pokemon gives EV-wise when it's defeated, I do remember that Pidgey gives speed EVs. So this is going to help with making our Charmander faster, right? And for some reason, I also remember that Rattata gives attack EV, so all of this will come in handy, I suppose. So let's keep attacking this Pidgey with our scratches, and hopefully soon we can get Ember. Right, that Pidgey's done a good chunk of damage to us, so at least we've knocked it out. How much EXP do we get? 23, which is just about enough. Not enough, I mean. Alright, this guy gives us a potion, I believe. Yep, thanking you for the potion. Oh, I do love the music is so nostalgic. And one of my I suppose it's like childhood trauma where I got stuck and I wouldn't know how to proceed in the games because I hadn't talked to like all the NPCs to like trigger certain story events, where now I have to talk to every single NPC because I'm in fear of forgetting something and then being confused as to why I can't proceed. So yeah, right, Rattata, I was speaking about you just a moment ago. Speak of a devil. Right, let's scratch this. I don't mind getting attack EVs on my Charmander, seeing as this is FireRed, so Generation 3. Certain moves are special or physical is type-based, right? So I don't mind getting a nice little mixed variety of attack and special attack EVs. Not that I'm going to be like hyper-fixating on that. I'm just going to literally play, and I can always just I can always fix EVs after the gameplay, can't I? But it's nice to know that this Rattata is boosting my Charmander's attack, I suppose. So we get some more EXP. We are now level 7. Lovely jubbly. And we get Ember. Fantastic. Now we've got a nice little stab move. Let's try and take out one more Pokemon, and then we'll go to the Pokemon Center and heal up. Right. A wild Rattata. Cool, cool, cool. Come on out, Charmander, buddy. Let's go for that Ember. Let's see the damage. Whoa, that's fantastic. Okay. Yeah, alright, how much EXP do we get from that? We get 24. So I'm going to heal up now. No point risking a faint and just like blacking out or whiting out, whatever it's called. Right, yeah, gotta explore every square inch of these towns and the cities as well, of course, of course. So, yep, nothing there, right. Yeah, I don't know. The game looks a lot more vibrant, like the saturation's been turned up or something, but I like it, so that's good. Right. Thanks for letting me know that. Yep. What you got to say? Something about Team Rocket, right? Oh no, feel free to use the... Yep, okay. And I suppose one cool thing I can do, because there might be a Pokemon Home reward for transferring 150 Pokemon or whatever it is from the Kanto region. Not that I've done that reward for any of the other Pokemon, but it might be worth catching multiple duplicates of the same Pokemon to like create like some sort of Kanto living dex as I'm playing the story. I won't bother with leveling them up as I'm playing through. I can always do that on my own time later on or something, but that might just be a good way to extend the playthrough, right? So, yes, Nurse Joy, if you wouldn't mind, my Charmander needs some healing, please. Thanking you. I'm going to have another sip of my coffee quickly. Right. Okay, thanking you, Nurse Joy. See, oh, nope, I didn't mean to press that. I do not. Thank you. Have a good day. Right. What you got to say? Oh, come here. Yep, I'm going to be getting myself a Caterpie very soon. Now, let's get Professor Oak's package. Or parcel, is it called? Oh, hello, Sundays. Oh, you got a modest Bulbasaur. Fantastic. That's like the best... I suppose it's one of the best ones. I suppose mixed I don't know if mixed natures are best in like Generation 3 games or not, because obviously you're going to have like physical and special moves, because Poison's physical in Generation 3, isn't it? So, but either way, your grass type moves are going to be doing a massive damage, so that's cool. And I love that he picked Bulbasaur. If Charmander wasn't my favourite, Bulbasaur would have been, absolutely. So, right, who have we got in this house? Oh, right, yep. Do you give us a quick claw or something? No, okay, that's just teaching new players the typing stuff or something, isn't it? So, let's go train on some of the Pokemon down here, because they'll be higher levels, so it'll give us a little bit more EXP, right? And I always remember there's an item here that we can get by just walking up here. It's funny how I just know all these things off by heart. I guess I played these games so much as a kid. So, yeah, let's keep going. I suppose at some point I will accidentally look at my Charmander's nature, but for now I just want to enjoy it. Right, let's get some... And I'm not going to go up there higher, because I don't know if that triggers the blue rival battle yet, or if it's too early. It could be too early, right? But in the meantime, I want to... grind a little bit, so let's go for an Ember. Nicely done. So -1 is not going to make much of a difference. Let's go for another Ember, and let's knock out this Rattata. Fantastic stuff. So yeah, alright, nice little bit of EXP. One more and we'll be at level 8. I always feel the need to do a little bit of a Mankey. I'll be coming back for one of you guys as soon as I get some Pokeballs. Right, so let's go for an Ember. I always feel the need to do a little bit of grinding earlier on, because obviously when you've got Charmander, Brock's the most difficult gym leader essentially in the whole run. I mean, maybe that's a bit exaggerated, but you know what I mean. Obviously none of my moves do any, so all my moves are resisted and stuff, so I have to utilize other Pokemon like Mankey and whatever. But nice little level 8. But yeah, I will absolutely be using my Mankey to face Brock. There's no point struggling with Charmander just for the sake of it, right? So come on out, Charmander, and let's go for another Ember. I think I'm going to get my Charmander to level 10, and then I'll go back to Pallet Down to return Oak's package. Yeah, okay, so now we can knock this out with a scratch. Nicely done, Charmander. So, level 4, how much EXP does that give? That gives 42, amazing. So, another 2 Pokemon and we'll be at level 9. So, Sundays, you definitely want a Sand Slash on your team. Do you know what? That's bloody cool. I love that. I mean, you might as well. If you've got an idea, let me know what you want your story team to be. You told me you've got Bulbasaur, right? Who's currently on your team, and who are you planning on having for the rest of the story? I love hearing people's teams and their favourites. So, okay, let's go for an Ember. This one's level 5, so it will give even more EXP. Nice. Right, so they go for a Leer, which is always nice to see, because it means we can basically knock them out without taking any damage. So, get him, Charmander. Down goes the Mankey. Fantastic stuff. So, 52. Oh, level 9. Okay, nice. If we get a couple more of those, we can be at level 10 very soon. So, oops, let's keep going. Right, so a Rattata. So that's going to boost our attack. Cool, cool, cool. Come on out, Charmander, buddy. Let's go for that Ember. One-shotting the Rattata. Amazing job, Charmander. Okay, so we get some EXP. Lovely jubbly. And let's keep looking for another wild Pokemon to battle. Another Rattata. And it's level 3, so maybe we can one-shot this one as well. So Charmander, buddy, let's go for that Ember. Okay, we one-shot it as well. Fantastic stuff. Good job, buddy. Alright, the only thing with those Rattatas is that they give lower EXP, so I'd rather two-shot Mankey that gives higher EXP, I suppose. So, ooh, speak of a devil. But this one's level 2, okay. Maybe we can just one-shot it with an Ember then. So, ooh, okay, I've moved Ember so it's quicker to press it. Cool, alright, nice. So, yep, we can one-shot the Mankey as well. Lovely jubbly. 21 EXP. We're almost at level 10, and then we'll go back to Professor Oak. Right. Another Mankey. Cool, cool, cool. Level 2. Dang it. Okay. Let's go for that Ember. Gonna have a sip of my coffee again quickly. Nice. We one-shot it. Alright. Couple more, hopefully. Right. Another Mankey. Cool. Level 3. Better than level 2, I guess. Always going to try and be optimistic. Yeah. Let's go for that Ember. Can we one-shot the level 3s? No. Okay, fair enough. So they go for Valia. Nice. Sundays. You'd love for your team to be Venusaur, Sandslash, Rapidash, Gyarados, Raichu, and Fearow. Ooh. That is a very cool team. I like that. I like that. So do you have... so is your team so far Bulbasaur and Spearow then? Right, let's go for a scratch to knock it out. Right, down goes the Mankey. Lovely jubbly. Charmander gets 31. Okay, one more Pokemon hopefully. Actually, do you know what? I can just get that on the way down, right? So I'll heal up and then I'll go back to Pallet Town. On the way there... and what Pokemon am I looking forward to adding to the team? I'm looking forward to adding... Basically, I just want to, for nostalgia's sakes, recreate the original Pokemon 7-year-old me would have used playing Pokemon Blue. So I want to have Charizard. I'm going to get myself a Caterpie because I had a Butterfree on my original story playthrough. These are all I like kind of basic choices, but you know, you can't help who your favorites are, right? So like Charizard, Butterfree, Pidgeot, Snorlax, who else? Who else? I can't remember, but for the moment, those ones, right? So, hope to see you again. Thanking you. Rightio. Right, so, let's keep moving forward. Right. Right, okay, so let's get a... let's one-shot this weak Rattata and level up to level 10. Come on out, Charmander, buddy. Let's go for a Flamethrower. And let's see the damage. Down goes the Rattata. Nicely done. Tell me it's enough EXP. It's enough. Fantastic. So, Charmander's grown to level 10. Lovely jubbly. Let's keep moving forward now. Radio. Oh, okay. I might as well just knock it out, seeing as it'll go down to one hit, right? So let's go for that Ember. And down goes the Rattata. Fantastic stuff. Alright, let's keep moving forward. Indeed, you can't go wrong with any of those. Snorlax is an awesome choice. Do you know what? I was looking at like bear Pokemon the other day because I do like theme teams for like my channel and stuff, and I was thinking I love Blood Moon Ursaluna, right? Like I really, it's one of my favorite it's one of my favorite it's definitely in my top 6 Generation 9 Pokemon, right? And I was thinking if Snorlax didn't exist, that'd be my favorite, but I just can't. You know, Snorlax is just like just a classic. I love Snorlax, yeah. So it seems to be growing attached to me indeed. I love this Pokemon. It's been my favorite for, I mean, I suppose maybe like 25 plus years now at this point. I missed that bit. What did he say? Something about a custom, right. Pokédex? Yep. I'm just checking what Professor Oak said about the Pokeball quickly. It's the custom... Oh, that's the parcel he's talking about. Okay, I got you now. I got you. Okay, cool. Oh, we got some Pokeballs. Cool. I can get myself that Pidgey now. And the Mankey, yeah. And I think the Mart sells Pokeballs at this point now as well. Yeah, very true. You got to weaken the Pokemon. Let's do this. That's very nice of you, Blue. Right, let's keep moving. And I think we get the running shoes as soon as we try to leave, right? I could be wrong, but I think so. Or maybe that's on our... Yeah, I think that's a bit later, isn't it? Right, thanking you for the town map. I remember when I first played Blue, like back when I was like 6 or 7 years old, I didn't know that you could talk to the sister, and I didn't talk to all the NPCs where I just kind of like marched forward. And obviously I realized that I didn't have a town map. So the only way I could like view the map whenever I wasn't sure whether to go left or right to go to a certain place was to open the map via fly and then look at the map and realize, oh, okay, I've got to go right or left. So that, yeah, that was just funny. Right. Pidgey, nice. Let's catch this. So let's go for a scratch. How much damage do we do? Okay, that's going to have to be good enough, right? So they do a tackle. Let's fire off... Oh, nope, don't want to use the town map. Let's fire off that Pokeball and let's add Pidgey to the team. So come here, buddy. Right, 1, 2, 3. Nice. Okay, welcome to the team. Our second member is here. Right. Oh, I didn't mean to, but I've just seen it now. Lonely. That's actually really good. And Kenai. Very cool. Okay. That means we can't, like, get sound attacked. So, yeah. I'm playing on hard mode. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so, I need to... I'm going to heal up my Pidgey. And then I need to level it up a little bit, because if I don't, it'll fall behind, right? So, Pidgey, let's and it's good to face other Pidgeys and stuff so that we can get speed EVs, right? Making our Pidgey faster. Right, okay, Rattata, and also Rattatas will give us nice attack EVs, so it's a nice little place to grind our Pidgey for the next 5 minutes or so. So let's go for that tackle. My god, he's only got one move. Okay, Rattata does a good chunk of damage, as do we. They're faster though, so maybe they've got a speed boosting nature or something. So we go for that tackle. We can... Okay, one more. So, perfect. They go for a tail whip. As long as we don't miss our tackle, we can knock this out. So, get him Pidgey, and we go... Fantastic. Right, how much EXP do we get? 24. Ooh, almost a level up. Nice. Right, let's keep going. A fellow Pidgey that's at 1 level lower, so that should be easy enough, and that might give us enough EXP to jump to level 4, right? So... Oh, we still can't do enough to do... Okay, we can still take this out, though, so let's do that. They go for a tackle. And, okay, Pidgey goes for that tackle again, and now... Is that enough EXP to jump to level 4? Tell me it is. It is indeed. Fantastic job, Pidgey. Okay. Let's, I need to heal up. I don't want to waste my potions, right? Because a part of me is thinking that I want to preserve my money so that I can get a Dratini from the Celadon Game Corner. Because you can trade coins for money, right? So if you have enough money, you can literally trade your money to get enough coins to get a Dratini. And I'm not sure yet if I want to add... Dragonites for the team. It wasn't a part of my original story team, but I just feel like getting a Dragonite with the Kanto champion ribbon, you know, from the Elite Four, I think that'd be kind of cool. But then again, I suppose I'll be doing that for a lot of Pokemon if that is the case, right? So either way, right. Let's grind to level 5, and then I'll go to the next one to catch myself a Mankey. Right, here we go. Another Pidgey, lovely jubbly. Let's go for that tackle. Okay, so another Pidgey's gone down. Yeah, it's pretty cool, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, another Rattata, so we're going to get nice some more attack EVs. Cool. Right, so Pidgey goes for another tackle, and it's enough. We get a nice little high roll. Good job, Pidgey. And it's enough to bump us up to level 5. Nicely done, Pidgey. We get Sand Attack, which might come in handy, you never know. It's definitely bailed me out of a few Nuzlocke situations, Sand Attack. So let's heal up, and then I'm going to go into the next grass to catch myself a Mankey. I feel like I'm going to wait for a level 5 Mankey to pop up and then catch that one, just to save on grinding time, right? So, yep, healing our 2 Pokemon. Lovely jubbly. See you soon, Nurse Joy. Right, let's keep moving forward. Route 22. So I'm pretty sure at this point you are able to trigger the blue fight, right? So I want to make sure my Pokemon are all leveled up appropriately before we do that. So a level 3 Mankey. I'm just going to knock this out to get the... do Mankeys give attack EVs? I can't remember, but either way, it's fine, right? So they go for the scratch. Whoa, that was a crit. Fair enough. Okay, let's go for that tackle. Oh, okay. Nice. Nice little high roll. 31 EX. Ooh, amazing. Let's keep going. Another Mankey. What level are you? Level 3. Okay. Another EXP fodder, shall we call it? Right, let's go for that tackle. Nice. So basically a free turn. Very cool. Let's go for another tackle. Down goes the Mankey. Good job, Pidgey. Now we get enough EXP to level up to level 6. Amazing stuff. Nicely done, Pidgey. Let's I don't know whether or not to grind. I mean, I suppose we'll keep grinding till we get our level our level 5 Mankey, right? Level 5 Rattata, very cool. This will give us some nice EXP. So they're faster and they get the defense drop, so that's not great. But Pidgey, I got faith in you. You got the attack boosting nature. Okay. Oh, it's a speed tie. Very cool. So they've gone for the -2. I feel like we can take an tackle at -2, but okay, hold on, Pidgey. Oh my god, barely, but Pidgey holds on and we knock out the Rattata. Good job, Pidgey. You think Mankey gives speed EVs? Well, do you know what? That's even better, right? I at this point in the game, for a Pokemon like Pidgey that's only going to be using physical moves, speed and attack EVs are like the perfect grinding, this is the perfect area to grind, really. So I need to heal up because Pidgey's at a low amount of health, and I can't wait till we get the running shoes, I'll tell you that much. Right, so let's heal up our Pidgey, but Pidgey's leveling up pretty quickly though, so that's good to see. So let's heal up. Gonna have a sip of my coffee quickly. Right. Oh, no. You take care of yourself, Nurse Joy. Right, let's go. Route 22. Now, hopefully, we'll get our level 5 Mankey soon enough. Right, another level 5 Rattata. Cool. Nice EXP. Let's go for a tackle. Oh my god, we missed. Okay, unfortunate. They get off the tail whip. Yep. -1 on our defense. Let's go for that tackle again, buddy. Now, alright. They go for the -2. Can we get a high roll and knock them out? Moment of truth. Come on, Pidgey. Let's go for that tackle, and no, fair. So they go for the tackle. Okay, we take that relatively well, and we knock them out with a tackle. Fantastic. How much EXP do we get? 40. Amazing. Ooh, fantastic. Alright, come on, level 5 Mankey. There you. Level 3. Okay. We'll tackle you. And Scratch. At some point, maybe it's at level 8, I can't remember, but we'll get Gust and that'll be helpful. Right, so 31, one more to get to level 8. Ooh, Spearow. I did not know, I forgot that you get Spearow here. And I'm pretty sure that Spearow gives speed EVs as well, and we just missed. Oh, damn, that's unfortunate. They've gone for the Peck. Oh, that's cool to see that Spearow gets the earlier flying type attacking move like Peck, because we're at level 7 and we've still only got Tackle. So, oh, Pidgey, buddy. Jeez. Charmander, I need your assistance. Come on here. Pidgey will still get enough EXP to level up, so that's cool. So they've gone for the Growl. It makes no difference because I'm going for a special move, Fire Ember. So let's do it. Charmander goes for the Ember, and that should be enough to knock it out, right? Yeah, okay. Thanks for that, Charmander. Pidgey levels up to level 8. Nice. Do we get a Gust? No, not yet. Oh my. Okay, I need to heal up. And can't believe we haven't, not even a level 4 Mankey's popped up. At this point I feel like I want to catch a level 4 and just train that up to save time. Oh, Sundays, you don't have a Spearow. I don't know, is it worth tracking back to Route 22 to catch yourself a Spearow? If it's what you want on your story team, I would go back, but obviously it's up to you. Right. Right. Mankey. Level 5. Perfect. Okay. Right. Let's go for that Tackle. Now, I'm not going to attack again, just in case I knock it out. So, let's go for the Pokeball. Oh, God, I've only got 4, haven't I? Right, okay. Come on, stay in the ball. 1, 2, 3. No! Oh, God, okay, that's unfortunate. Right, they go for another Leah. Radio. Right, Pokeball number 2. Come on. Come on, Mankey. Join the team. 1, 2, 3. Yes! Okay. Nicely done. We have a Mankey. Yeah, I reckon as well, Sundays. It's definitely worth it. If it's one of your favourite Pokemon in the sense of the one of the 6 of your team members, it's definitely worth it, yeah. So, welcome to the team, Mankey. Oh my god, it's an adamant Mankey as well. Perfect. Right, let's grind both. I think I'll grind them both to level 9. Oh, another Spearow's popped up. See, Sundays, it's a sign. You need to go get yourself a Spearow. Right, I'm going to switch into my Pidgey. Right, so there's the Growl. We get an attack drop, but we're level 8 while they're level 3, right? So let's see with damage. Fantastic. So we might not knock them out now, but there's a chance we might. So let's go for that Tackle, and they barely live. And they go for a third Growl, so it's kind of 3. And yeah, it's a really cool Mankey, isn't it? I'm really happy with it. Whilst I'm not going to check my starter's nature, just for the sake of, you know, you can't change your starter, and I'm not going to reset the game non-stop just to get a right nature, right? But I feel like when it comes to catching wild Pokemon, I might as well check the natures, right? So let's keep moving forward. Another Mankey. And it's level 5. Oh boy. But mine's adamant. So let's go for that Scratch. Oh, they're faster. And they deal a good chunk of damage. Right. Okay, I need to go back to the Pokemon Center to heal my Mankey so that I can actually battle with it. Alright, so they go for the scratch. Pidgey takes it. Let's go for that tackle. Right, Pidgey, finish off this Mankey if you will, please. And down it goes. Thank you very much. Now, a little bit of EXP for both our Pokemon each. Nice, nice, nice. Right, Nurse Joy, I need your help. Come here. Or, I mean, I'll come to you. Right. Yes, please. Just gonna check something quickly. Cool, cool, cool. Right, yep. You could always breed your starter later on to try and get a better nature. But you know what? Whilst that is something I could do, we can transfer these Pokemon out, can't we? So I can always use a nature-changing mint and bottle caps to boost up this Charizard to basically be perfect, right? Whilst that kind of easy quality of life exists, I don't really want... I mean, for me personally, it's not worth to go through all that hassle of doing all that, right? Because I did the old school breeding in Sword and Shield, because back then you still had to do the old school breeding of like finding the right Pokemon with the right move so that it's a breeding partner and then passing the move down and stuff. That's how I got my Incineroar, by breeding it with an Eevee to get like was it Fake Out? I think it was Fake Out, something like that, right? And it's just, or maybe it wasn't Eevee, I can't remember, but I just remember doing stuff like that because it's obviously years ago. But I'm so glad the quality of life that exists in Scarlet and Violet is makes it so much easier, right? So, and obviously this is my starter from the first time FireRed has become available on modern hardware since like 10 years ago, right? So I want to keep that one throughout the entirety and bring it out. Like, it won't be my main Charizard. My main Charizard's in Scarlet and Violet right now. But it will still be one of my Charizards because it'll be like the Kanto champion Charizard, whilst my main Charizard is like the Galar champion. Anyways, enough rambling. Right, let's keep moving forward. And the Pokemon Presents today was bloody cool. I know there wasn't a lot of new stuff on there, but the fact that we got to see Generation 10, even if it's not coming out till next year, and for all we know, it might not even come out till like late next year. It could be like a November release, which hopefully I would love it to be like January to March, but at least we saw something, right? And the three new starters are interesting. I immediately gravitated towards the Gecko one, the water starter. Maybe because it's reptilian. I can't remember what the other two's name were. The grass one, the grass bird. It might look cool. You never know. It might come out like some sort of like grass Blaziken. It could like come out of nowhere and just look epic or something. And you never know what the fire one will look like either. That could also look awesome, right? It's just right now, looking at the base stages, I kind of really like the Gecko look. So, and its name is Gecko as well, isn't it? So that's a cool wordplay. So I mean, obviously my final decision I can't make my final decision until I see the final stages. But looking at the base stages, I do like the water starter. And, and the fact that Champions is coming out in like a month from now, like maybe 30 days from now or something like that, that's insane. Like, I've been waiting for Champions for so long because I really miss using like Dynamax and stuff. Like, I've got like maybe another 5 or 6 Sword and Shield videos coming out within the next month because I've been playing Sword and Shield and I wanted to record some Pokemon that I haven't been able to use since Sword and Shield days. Like, the other day I had a Nidoqueen video come out, right? And I think in the upcoming week I'll have an Aegislash video coming out. And, just stuff like that. Like, I miss using Gigantamax Charizard. Like, if you were to ask me what's my favorite gimmick, it could just be that Sword and Shield was the game that brought me back into the franchise. Like, I stopped during Generation 3, and I came back during Generation 8. That brand new world trailer for Sword and Shield is what brought me back. When I saw the overworld Pokemon, like the wild Pokemon being out in the overworld, I was like, "Oh my god, I've got to play this game, right?" And ever since then, I've been playing every single game that's come out since. I haven't played every single spin-off game like Pokemon Snap or whatever, but I've played every single mainline game like BDSP, Let's Go Pikachu, Sword and Shield, you know, Legends Arceus, Legends EA. I've played all those type of things. So. And now I'm really excited that I've got FireRed on my Switch as well. So it's like I've got Generation 1, Generation 4 thanks to BDSP. And I suppose Let's Go does count as a Kanto game. And Let's Go is beautiful, right? I just don't like the catching mechanic. If it was literally just normal catching, I think Let's Go Pikachu would be like the best Kanto game. But right now, I would say FireRed's the best Kanto game because it's basically, I mean, it's just great anyways, right? It's so nostalgic. It could just be that I've grown up with it, so I'm nostalgic towards it. But I won't deny that Let's Go Pikachu looks so much better. Like, obviously, like being able to ride your Pokemon and stuff like that. It's all very cool. But yeah, Champions is going to be awesome Sundays. I really can't wait. Like, it's going to be so cool. Like, if we're allowed to have multiple gimmicks, and I don't necessarily mean us being able to use multiple gimmicks on the same team. I merely mean that if it's something that you're able to only pick one gimmick per team, but that doesn't necessarily mean that the opposing opponent has to have the same gimmick, that could be like, you've got Terrestrialization while I've got Dynamax or something, because in the trailer we saw a Mega Pokemon versus a Terrestrialized Pokemon, right? So that's making me think that maybe they might not let you go crazy and have all the gimmicks in one team, right? Because then that'd be like, you've got Dynamax, you've got Mega, you've got Z moves, you've got Terra. Like, that's a lot for one team, right? So it might just be that you have to pick one, or they might just limit it to 2 at a time or something. So you've got Mega and Terra on your team, which I could see happening. But yeah, either way, I think I would prefer that you can only have one per team, just so it makes your team a bit more diverse in the sense of, oh, this Dynamax user is facing off against this Terra user or something like that, right? So I do think it's cool in that sense. And to be honest, I don't know how popular of an opinion this is, but I actually prefer Gigantamax Charizard's look to both the Mega Charizards, right? Like, don't get me wrong, both the Mega Charizards are amazing. Like, if Gigantamax didn't exist, they'd be my favourite gimmicks, obviously. And obviously, I prefer Charizard Y to Charizard X. But that's obviously if Charizard Y didn't exist. Charizard X would be my favourite Mega, right? And funnily enough, after Mega Charizard, my second favourite is Mega Venusaur. So, and I know that not everyone loves Mega Venusaur, but I actually love it. I wish base Venusaur looks like Mega Venusaur. I just love like the stump of the plant has like gotten slightly taller and stuff, and yeah. So, and if we're lucky, and this is not going to happen on launch, right? It's going to happen over time. But if we're lucky, how awesome would it be if all 1,000 plus Pokemon are available on Champions? Like, that's my main... Like, I'm not necessarily... I don't necessarily care about every Pokemon not being available in the games, even though my preference would be that they were in, right? But I do kind of wish that they were in the post-game of every game at least, right? Like, in the competitive side, because being locked into a certain type of Pokemon... a certain roster of Pokemon just means you've got less variety, right? Like, if you've only got 600 to 700 Pokemon in a game, and there's over 1,000, those 300 plus Pokemon could definitely add and spice up, like, the metagame, right? So I do, in that sense, wish that every Pokemon was in. And it is obviously, it can get annoying, obviously, if you've missed a Pokemon, you haven't been able to have used it in so long, right? Like, for example, Beware is my favorite Generation 7 Pokemon. I haven't been able to use it since Sword and Shield. And funnily enough, I've got a Beware video coming out next week, because I was using it in Sword and Shield. But yeah, I haven't been able to use Beware since, like, Sword and Shield. So that's kind of annoying, right? And I've missed using Beware because it's my favorite Generation 7 Pokemon. So literally one of my favorites. And, I mean, literally, if you were to make a list of what are your top 9 favorite Pokemon of all time, each one being your favorite from each generation, like Generation 1 would be Charizard for me, Generation 2 would be Feraligatr, Generation 7 would be Beware, right? So it's like one of my all-time favorites, and I haven't been able to have used it since Sword and Shield. So I do hope that Champions eventually lets us have every single Pokemon on there. And if it's going to be the future of competitive Pokemon, it does make sense they slowly would add every Pokemon, because every new Pokemon game, if that's the decks they're going to use for the World Champions and stuff, they might even make their own list, right? You never know. But if that's going to be the one, I suppose they would have to eventually add every Pokemon. Hopefully it won't take that long, but you know what I mean, right? So... yeah, and I'm glad that I'm rambling because it's helping me distract myself from this grinding, right? Hopefully it's done the same for you, but yeah, good job, Mankey. And yeah, I'm just so excited for Champions. I can't wait to Dynamax, and I can't wait to use Pokemon. Another Pokemon that I haven't been able to use since Sword and Shield days is Galarian Darmanitan. I love that Pokemon. It's like my favorite regional variant. And I know that's a bit random, like, why is Galarian Darmanitan my favorite regional variant? But I'll tell you why, right? Generation 8, Sword and Shield was the game that brought me back to the franchise. And he was on my story team. I know you get him very late on in the story, but I did catch it. I did catch that Galarian Darumaka, and I did level him up, and he was a part of my Elite 4 team. So when I beat Leon for the very first time, Galarian Darmanitan was on my team. So, you know, he's I love that Pokemon. And his ability is like a built-in choice band, you know. You can't go wrong with Galarian Darmanitan. It's an absolute beast. Right. I'm thinking that I get my I'm gonna get my Mankey and Pidgey to level 9, and then I'm gonna trigger the blue fight, right? I think that'll be enough. And we're almost there. So yeah. But yeah, for anyone listening right now or whatever, what Pokemon are you excited to use in Champions that's not available in Scarlet and Violet? And that can obviously mean the new Mega Pokemon. I forgot about the new Mega Pokemon for a second before I even said that. Like, I'm really excited to use Mega Dragonite. Like, I'm really looking forward to that. And Mega Meganium, right? Because I actually love Mega Meganium's design. I much prefer it to Mega Feraligatr. For people out there that love Mega Feraligatr, I'm glad it exists because so that you can love it, right? So I never want to, like, take away something from someone just because it's not my cup of tea, right? I'm glad that variety of tea exists for someone else to be able to enjoy it. But even though Feraligatr is my favourite Gen 2 Pokemon, I do prefer Mega Meganium's design over Mega Feraligatr. That's just my preference, right? So in that sense, I'm really excited to use Mega Meganium. And not to mention that Bayleaf/Meganium is in my top 6 favourite Pokemon of all time. So in that sense, I'm really hyped for that. But if they do let you use 2 gimmicks on a team, I could definitely see myself using Gigantamax Charizard with like Mega Meganium or something like that, right? Or even Mega Dragonite. But yeah, God, yeah. So anyone, for anyone that's watching, what Pokemon are you excited to use in Pokemon Champions that you wouldn't normally be able to use in Scarlet and Violet or something? And I suppose you can mention a Pokemon that is in ZA, because even though we kind of have used it, we haven't really, have we? Because it's not the traditional turn-based battling. And even though I really did it, I do kind of enjoy the ZA Battle Royale style battling, I've kind of gotten bored of it. Like, I don't know. I guess my favourite is just turn-based, right? So, right. Mankey's level 9. Let's get Pidgey to level 9, and then we'll trigger the blue fight. Okay, here we go. Right. Pidgey. Let's... I can't believe we're level 8 and we haven't got a flying type move yet. That better be at level 9, hopefully. Surely. Sundays. You're looking forward to using Mega Staraptor. Do you know what? Very cool. It's not my favorite Mega, but I'm glad Staraptor got a Mega Evolution. It's you know, it was on my BDSB story team, so you know, Staraptor's got a special place in my heart. And whilst I've heard some people say they don't like it, I actually love like the red evil eyes thing it's got going on, right? So, and one thing that I forgot to mention as well is I'm really excited to see what all their abilities are going to be. Like, Mega Meganium doesn't look crazy off bat, even though it's got an insane special attack, and I'm really excited. Like Mega Meganium can nuke things. Like, if you go for something like a Leaf Storm with Mega Meganium, it's going to nuke something, right? But, a great ability can change a Pokemon from any type of stats to, viability, right? So, I'm looking forward. Like, what's Mega Feraligator's ability going to be? What's Mega Meganium's ability going to be? And things like Mega Emboar, I suppose. Right. I'm going to have a sip of my coffee quickly. Right, okay. Level 9. Very nice. Okay. So, I'm going to... Oh, there we go. We got our flying type move. And in this generation, flying is a physical move, so Gust is physical. And I'm just saying that in case anyone thought it'd be special and it'd be rubbish on Pidgey, because special Gust on Pidgey is rubbish. Because obviously Gust... I believe Gust is special, isn't it, in modern generations? So, okay, let's heal up our Mankey and the rest of our team, and then let's go trigger the... Oh, pardon me, hiccup. Let's go trigger the blue rival fight. Yeah, the abilities are going to be fun to explore. I do wonder what Mega Staraptor's ability is going to be, because Reckless is an amazing ability, right? But do you really want that ability on a Mega Pokemon? Like Staraptor in general, with the Reckless ability, when it goes for its Brave Birds, it can potentially get 2 or 3 KOs before it knocks itself out and recoil damage, right? I mean, I suppose that depends on the HP the Pokemon it knocks out has. Like, obviously, if it was something like a Chansey, it would knock itself out in recoil. But even for Pokemon that are more frail, it can potentially knock out 2 or 3 Pokemon before going down, right? But do you really want that on your Mega? Like, I don't know. Like, I never like using Flare Blitz on Mega Charizard X, because I feel like I don't want to lose Mega Charizard, and I'm dealing massive recoil damage to myself each time I use it. So... I don't know, but yeah, I mean, but it could just get a cool ability like Scrappy or something, so that its close combats hit through ghost types. It could be something cool like that. And Mega Dragonite not going to have multi-scale. Do you know what? It very well could have multi-scale, and that would work very well for it. So there are other Pokemon that have kept their abilities, like what's its face? Scizor kept Technician. Then again, for some Pokemon, losing their ability hurt them. Like Mega Ordino will never be as good as I think regular Ordino, because it loses the Regenerator ability, and that's like a very good ability for it, right? So I'm not too sure, because I mean Mega Dragonite is more of a special attacker. But there's no reason why you couldn't use it as a physical attacker. It gets a nice little boost in its attack as well, right? So there's no reason why you couldn't use it as like a Dragon Dance attacker. Is there an item here? I don't know why I thought there was an item here. Right, let's trigger this rival battle. Here we go, Rival Blue. I don't have any badges yet, but do you? Right, here we go. Our first official rival battle. You've got 2 Pokemon, I've got 3. Right, we're going to have a nice little battle of our Pidgeys. We're both level 9. Let's go for that, Which one has higher base power? I can't remember. Are they both 35? No, Gust is 40. Right, let's go for that gust. Okay, they're going for tackle, so we are dealing more damage than they're dealing to us. That's what we like to see, right? Ooh, if we get another high roll, we might be able to one-shot knock them out in this next hit. So get him, Pidgey. And we knock out their Pidgey. Our Pidgey reigns supreme over theirs. Amazing stuff. Nicely done. So Pidgey's now level 10. And they've got Squirtle. I'm going to stay in with my Pidgey, to be fair. I'm just going to go for the... let's see how much damage we do with Gust. Good chunk of damage. And they've just got the tackle. So, alright. I think Pidgey might be able to knock out both their Pokemon. Oh, but both his Pokemon. Right, one more Gust. Nicely done. They go for an... Oh, they missed their tackle. Haha. Okay, Pidgey. One final Gust and let's knock him out. Down goes our rival Squirtle. Fantastic stuff. How much EXP does Pidgey get? Ooh, amazing. Good job, Pidgey. Right. You heard the Pokemon League is crawling with tough trainers. You've got to figure out how to get past them. Well, once we get strong enough, that won't be an issue. Right. What I've forgotten so far is... Whoop, I don't want to do that. I want to save. 57 minutes in. Wow, nice. Right, I need to quickly just do something, so I'll be right back. I'll be back in like 1 minute. Right, okay, so I am back. I just need to quickly do something, but I'm here to talk while I am doing that thing. And Sundays, what you're saying, apparently Mega Delphox is confirmed to have the levitate ability. Do you know what? That's actually a really cool ability, because you can have the surprise factor of the opponent always worrying about using a ground type move against you in case you try to surprise them with a Mega, right? So I actually really like that, and Mega Delphox actually looks really, really cool. I don't necessarily dislike regular Delphox's design anyways. The anime kind of saved it for me. Like, it looks pretty cool in the anime, and I've used it in battle, and it's actually really fun to use. So I don't necessarily dislike Delphox, and I'm sure there's lots of people out there that it's their favourite Pokemon, right? So I'm glad Delphox exists for that reason, and I'm also glad that Mega Delphox exists for them as well. So I'm probably going to have to use all the Mega Pokemon. Like, when Champions become available, I'm going to be doing a Mega Pokemon playlist with like a video for each Mega Pokemon, right? So that'll be fun to do. And one thing I'm hoping with Champions is that they let Pokemon have all the moves that have been available to them in modern times. Like, I really don't get why Pokemon lost certain moves this generation. Like, why did Charizard lose Roost, but Dragonite and Salamence kept it? Like, it makes no sense to me. Like, or why did Charizard and Dragonite lose Defog? Like, I don't get it. I used to love running a defensive Defog Dragonite because it was just not many people expected it and stuff like that, right? Or like I used to love running a defensive Charizard with heavy duty boots that used Defog, Roost, Will-O-Wisp, and Hurricane, like something like that, right? And now we no longer have those. So I'm hoping that Champions allows all Pokemon to have all moves that are available to them. Because if Charizard, for example, had Defog and Roost in this generation, I'd have so many ways of being able to incorporate them into other teams. Like, I normally like using Charizard as like a supportive member, like 252 EVs in HP, something like that. 252 EVs in special attack, and at that point you're into speed, so into HP and speed, right? And at that point, even though you've got no investment in your special attack, which you can put the remaining 6 EVs into, I suppose, your special attack is something like 256 or 258, so you're still at a good enough range to the point that a move like Hurricane, 110 base power, which becomes 175 after stab, you know, with that kind of attack, with that kind of special attack, right? So you can like come in on certain Pokemon, defog away the hazards, roost away if you need to, stuff like that, and Will-O-Wisp opponents if you want to as well. And Will-O-Wisp is also optional. You can just replace that for something like Flamethrower, which I think was also a very viable. Anyways, let's keep moving forward. And I don't think there's any items here. I don't think I need to... I'm going to have a peek anyways, just in case. But I don't think there's any need to... There's nothing in here that we can do right now. Yeah, okay. Yep, we are not a truly scaled trainer just yet. No problem. Thanking you. Right. Let's move on. Okay. Yeah, we need to heal up. Oh, hello, Devon. Gengar never deserved to lose Levitate. Do you know what? You are 100% right. I don't know why they decided to nerf Gengar like that. His speed isn't even that scary anymore. Like, I know back in the day, his speed tier was like the speed tier to match or to reference, right? But now there's so many Pokemon that have so much higher speed. Even starter Pokemon like Meowscarada and Inteleon, like so many Pokemon outspeed it now. It really needed that. It could really benefit from the Levitate ability. Like right now, it's not even like the most optimal Ghost type Pokemon to use, is it? Like most people probably use Fluttermane or something. But if Gengar had Levitate, especially in doubles, and I'm not even a doubles player, I prefer singles, but I know that having Levitate in doubles would be super useful because obviously you can use Earthquake without harming your Gengar. But yeah, don't know why they decided to do that. They could always bring it back, you never know. They might just decide to give Gengar some love again and decide that he can Levitate once again, right? Okay. Yep, I'm working on my I want to skip this tutorial if I can do. Oh, I don't get a choice. Okay, rather unfortunate. Right, show me how it's done then. Even though I've got 3 Pokemon. Radio. It definitely gave more defensive utility. You could literally switch in on potential Earthquakes and get a free turn and get some momentum, couldn't you? I guess the only positive thing out of Gengar losing Levitate is Haunter being the one that has it, which I suppose gives you a reason to want to use Haunter. Not that you'd want to use Eviolite Haunter, and obviously Choice Scarf Haunter is weaker than Choice Scarf Gengar. But it gives it its own niche, I suppose, which not a lot of middle stage Pokemon get in that sense. I know some do, like Dusclops and stuff, but not majority of them, right? Yeah, he got nerfed way too late. You never know though. Like in Generation 6, they changed Raichu's speed stat to match Gengar's, right? Like Raichu has the same speed stat as Gengar, 350. So anything can change. I just realised I've done that twice. That's funny. Right, Route 2. I can't remember if you can get Caterpies here. I'm going to move... Let's get Mankey to level 10, and then I'll get Charmander up a few levels. Another Rattata. I'll gladly take those attack EVs. So let's go for that low kick. Down goes the Rattata. God, 16 EXP's not doing much now, is it? Right, let's keep moving forward. Into Viridian Forest. Oh, I don't. Raticate's a very cool Pokemon. Like, that's another Pokemon I'll be excited to use in Champions. Anything like Raticate, Raticate's got a nice speed stat, and it gets access to Guts. So stab facades, like, you know, Raticate's a... And it gets Sucker Punch, like... And I can't remember, but I think it gets... Does it get Sword Dance? I can't remember, but maybe it doesn't. But either way, Guts Facade is still good. Is still always massive. Right, let's catch ourselves a Caterpie. There it is. Right, let's go for that Scratch. For a second, I was thinking that maybe we'd knock it out, but glad we didn't. Oh, I forgot to buy Pokeballs. Okay, hopefully 2 are enough. Come on. Caterpie, I want you to join the team. Come on. Nice. Right. Now, let's check the nature. Oh god, that's terrible. Sundays, you like Superfang Raticate. Oh, interesting. I do like Superfang as tech. I've got it on certain Pokemon like my Gramble and my Noivern, my Defog Noivern set. But on Raticate, I feel like I'd want to use moves more like Facade, Quick Attack, Sucker Punch, and Flame Wheel, stuff like that, to like get as much coverage as possible. That'd be my option. Right, I need some Pokeballs. Right. How many can I buy? 16, eh? I'm gonna buy... I'll buy 8. I'll buy 3 potions. Gonna buy 4 antidotes. And I'll buy paralysis. Oops. And I'll buy paralysis heals later on. I don't think I'll need them at this point, right? Right. Devon, have you gotten a shiny on FireRed when you were younger? I never saw one except on Ruby. I got a shiny Torchic, but it was female and I wanted a male, so I reset. I didn't know how rare it was back then. Oh no. You know, I bet there must be loads of people similar to you. I've even seen one where someone had like a shiny Mudkip or something like that, and they didn't know what was wrong with it, so it reset. But I've never actually gotten a legit. When I say legit, I mean like a full odds shiny in Fire Red or Sapphire before. I don't think I ever have. Considering the amount of hours I pumped into those games as a kid, I never actually got one. The only Pokemon that was shiny that I ever got by random coincidence was in my Crystal game, which was like my very first Pokemon game I ever owned as a kid. And it was a shiny Rattata. And when the wild encounter happened, I thought that my game was glitching, and I got scared that it was going to break. Like, if I kept the game going, like it was going to overheat and burn out or something. So I immediately switched off the Game Boy, thinking I was going to be saving it. And I was just going to carry on from the last save state, right? But then realizing years later that that was a shiny Rattata, and I basically just closed the game. So that's basically my version of what just happened to you, I guess. Right, let's catch another Rattata, another Caterpie. Lax is a bit ugh. Okay, Caterpie number 2. Let's go for that scratch. Nice chunk of damage, buddy. Let's throw a Pokeball. One, two, three. Nice. Right, what nature are you? Modest. Perfect. Right. Now I've got to figure out how to train my Caterpie. Level 4 is not the best level, of course. But first I've got to heal up. God, I can't believe we don't get the running shoes till later on. In Sapphire, Emeralds, Ruby, whatever, you get them almost immediately, don't you? And Devon, that's tough. Probably happened a lot, like you said. I'm sure I thought something was wrong too. Yeah, there's no reason to know they existed, especially back then when the internet wasn't as big as it is now. You had no reason to know. So, and at that point in time, no one I knew had shinies or anything. Otherwise, I would have known what they were, right? Like, obviously, we knew about the shiny Gyarados, but back then, it wasn't called a shiny Gyarados. It was just called the red Gyarados, right? And you assumed it had, like, mutated into a red color from them using radio signals on a Magikarp. You had no reason to assume that the Magikarp was shiny. You just assumed that the red from the Magikarp, like, passed on to the Gyarados or something, right? So, yeah. 1 second. Okay. Let's save. But Devon, do you remember what your original story team was on your first time playing through what's his face on Ruby or Sapphire or Emerald, whichever one it was, what you were playing when you got Torchic? And Sundays, you only found one full shiny, and it was a Poliwhirl caught on fishing rod in a random pond in Pokemon Platinum. Oh, very cool. Do you know what? Poliwrath is one of my favourite Cantonian Pokemon. I've loved Poliwrath ever since I saw it in the Orange Islands anime, like 20 plus years ago. But that's the episode arc where Ash's Charizard finally listens to him, right? So I love that episode anyways, because it was so nostalgic after, like, watching the anime for... I don't know how long I would have been watching for at that point, maybe over a year or something, but, like, seeing Ash's Charizard not being obedient and being naughty and stuff, to then obviously listening to him. And in that episode where, I can't remember the trainer's name, but the trainer that owned the Poliwrath that had the cool golden belts, in that battle, Poliwrath versus Charizard, I just thought Poliwrath is like one of the coolest Pokemon ever. So Poliwrath is definitely, if you don't count starter Pokemon, and for me that's a big criteria, because if I count starter Pokemon, my top 6 Pokemon of each generation usually includes at least 2 starters. So to get like a true idea of my favorite 6 Pokemon of a generation, I like sometimes make separate lists, a list where I don't pick starter Pokemon, and Poliwrath would definitely be in my top 6 Generation 1 Pokemon if we don't count starters. But yeah, so that's a really cool shiny to have caught. I do wish that the green matched Politoed's green, so it was like kind of like a cool little, like almost like the genes spliced over or something like that. But yeah, it's cool either way. Right. we need to level up our Caterpie a bit. And I don't really want to face Weedles because they have poison points, which can be annoying. Right, what item is that? Potion. Very cool, I'll take it. Right, let's grind on some wild Pokemon before we do some battles. Oh my god, bloody Weedles. Let's just go for it, I guess. We are not doing much damage, are we? Jeez Louise. See, that's what I'm worried about. We're going to get poisoned, aren't we? Unless they keep going for string shots, that would be preferable. Yep. So, let's go for that tackle. Yep, keep going for string shots, please. That'd be much appreciated. Oh, and to everyone watching, what was your favourite from the new Generation 10 starters? Have you seen them yet? If you haven't watched the presents, maybe you've seen their pictures. We've got the new Generation 10 starters, so mine was the water one, the gecko one. So yeah, I'd love seeing people's favourites, so let me know which one was your favourite. And Devin, the lore about the Magikarp makes you think it's unique to the lore about Team Rocket forcing it to evolve. I was a degenerate when I was a kid. I ran my starter by himself until he was OP. Oh, that's not being a degenerate. Lots of people only use their starter, and if anything, it just means you had a stronger bond with your starter, right? Like, I don't see that as a negative thing. It was very common in the anime for like some people to only use like one Pokemon most of the time, right? So yeah, I wouldn't call that degeneracy. But if you remember your team, let me know. How much EXP did we get? Okay, couple more and we can level up to level 5. Yep. Cool, Caterpie. Level 5 Caterpie. Okay. My god, we're doing no damage to that Caterpie. I might use a potion to give my Caterpie a boost so that we can knock this Caterpie out and get some nice EXP, right? So we're always going to go second thanks to their string shots. Right. Caterpie, use tackle. Alright, keep going for string shot. Keep going for that. Right. Caterpie goes for the tackle. Nice crit. Let's get more of those, please. And I think Caterpie is my favourite base stage bug type Pokemon. Or at least in the sense of regional bugs, right? Like, he's just so cute. Like, I don't feel that way about the other regional bugs first stages, I guess. Like, Cypher is my favourite bug type. I mean, it's a difficult one. I do love Butterfree, so I'm not too sure. Like, I've loved Butterfree since I watched the anime. Oh my god, he crit me and I'm on 1 HP. Oh my god, and my Caterpie crit them back. Amazing. Good job, Caterpie. How much EXP? 37. Ooh, nice. Almost a level up. Alright, you deserve a potion, Caterpie. You fought valiantly. Like, I've loved Butterfree since I watched the anime as a kid. And obviously, I watched the anime at least a year or two before I ever got my first game. Or played... So, my very first Pokemon journey was when I borrowed my friend's Blue... my friend's Pokemon Blue. They let me start a new playthrough. So, I started a new playthrough on that. And I literally remember, and I was one of those people that had the struggle with Brock because my Charmander could never get past it, right? And I would like start over and over and over again. And literally, I don't know how many times it must have taken me. 20 times, maybe, I don't know. God knows how many, right? Until Force and Reset, I just got more and more EXP. and I just got to a high enough level, and I just won like that, right? But, you know, you get to that point where you run out of money, you run out of potions, you're just literally just going in, getting hit, getting knocked out, and going back and forth, right? But I never owned that game. My friend lent it to me, and obviously I gave it back to them once I was finished with it. So the very first game I ever owned was Pokemon Crystal. So I treat Charizard as my very first Pokemon, but in the sense of the very first Pokemon game I ever owned, like my parents bought it for me when I was like 8 years old or something, was Pokemon Crystal. So in that sense, Totodile would be my very first Pokemon. I guess it depends on what rules someone's using. And tell me about... Oh my god, I've got to use a potion. And Sandays, you think Cricketot's cute? Yeah, every Pokemon... I mean, art is relative, isn't it? Like, we're all going to have Pokemon that we love and dislike and whatever. I'm not going to say hate, because hate's a strong word, but dislike, right? Not your cup of tea type of thing. But Cricketot is a cute Pokemon, objectively. I could definitely see that. And Devin, it doesn't get better against Brock until you learn Metal Claw. Indeed, it makes it a lot easier that you've got Metal Claw in the Generation 3 games. But back in Red and Blue, back in the original games, Charmander didn't get Metal Claw, did he? So that was a big struggle. I think at that point, all you had was Scratch, Growl, and Ember, maybe. So that was very difficult with doing it with Charmander. And Sundays, your first Pokemon was Turtwig. Ooh, fantastic Pokemon. Funnily enough, my favorite Generation 4 Pokemon is Electivire, but my second favorite Generation 4 Pokemon is Torterra. So, very cool first Pokemon. And I also picked Torterra as my starter in BDSB. Right, Caterpie is level 5. Right, I think if we get Caterpie up to level 6, then we can face this trainer with our Caterpie and slowly get its level up. The good thing about facing Metapods is that they only use Harden. But we're going to severely drain our PP. I've just realised I might have to go back to the Pokemon Center. Right. Let's just keep spamming Tackle, and if we're lucky we get a crit. And Metapods give more EXP, right? The only annoying thing about wild Metapods is they only have Harden, so you never want to catch one because you're missing out on Tackle. And obviously Tackle's a very basic, unimportant move, but in the beginning that's all you've got. So, like, what are you going to do with just a hardened Metapod? You can never actually knock something out. It's like an even worse Magikarp. I mean, I guess it's not worse, but you know what I mean. Devin, can Pokemon be sent to home from this game? Yes, apparently home compatibility is going to be a thing. So I'm hoping, if that, seeing as that's the case, that Pokemon that have beaten the Elite Four in this game, I'm hoping will have some sort of marker on them that will then let you have the Kanto champion ribbon. Like, you know, if you've got a Pokemon from Sword and Shield that's beaten that's played in the Elite Four, you get the Galar champion ribbon, don't you? So I'm hoping that this game will give you the Kanto champion ribbon, but I haven't seen that anywhere, so I don't know if that's actually true. But home compatibility is definitely confirmed. The only annoying thing is you can't reverse them back. So I can bring Pokemon out from this game into home and then bring it into Scarlet and Violet or something, right? But I can't bring Pokemon into Fire Red. So that's really unfortunate because it hurts replayability in my eyes because what if I want to, like, I've got a whole box, multiple boxes of Pokemon from Pokemon Go that had low CP. Now, if you don't know what CP is, it's like the level marker thingy for Pokemon Go. The higher the CP, usually the stronger the Pokemon, right? And if you know, you know, but if you don't know, a Pokemon that's got between 0 and 500 CP usually means it's at somewhere between level 1 and level 5. So it's possible to get low enough CP Pokemon like Charmander, so once that you evolve them, their CP is below 500. I've multiple times gotten myself like level 5 Charizards or level 4 Charizards, whatever, by doing this, by catching the Charmanders in Pokemon Go and then transferring them to home, and then using them in like playthroughs like in Sword and Shield or BDSP or Scarlet and Violet. Like, it's so cool starting a brand new playthrough of like a level 5 fully evolved Pokemon like Charizard. It's like I'm literally Ash and Pikachu going to a new region with my partner Pokemon. Like, obviously I have to pretend that Charizard is my main Charizard, but you know, we all do that, don't we? And that's another item that'd be really cool for a future generation game. An item that lets you de-level your Pokemon. Because if you could do that, I could always use my main Charizard, my very first Charizard, that's my favourite Charizard, as like a level 5 starter Pokemon for previous games and replayability, right? So that's unfortunate in that sense that I can't bring in like a level 5 Charizard or a level 5 Cypher or a level 5 Electabuzz. And you know, if I want to play a brand new playthrough of this game and have like a level 5 Electabuzz in the beginning, I can't do that, unfortunately. I did heal up, right? Yeah, okay. I'm gonna drop off this Caterpie that we're not using in the box. David, Sundays, you love these game sprites. They have so much character. Yes, Generation 3, the sprites are amazing. I can't complain at all. And I love that in the early games, almost every game, not every game, but almost every game had different sprites as well. So that's always cool to see. And Devin, yeah, that would be amazing. Haven't been playing Pokemon, but I might get this and play again. Oh, I think it's definitely worth it. Like, it's $20, I think, for people in America. But for people that live in England, that use English pounds, it's £17 for me. And that's obviously not no money. But that's almost like just over an hour's worth of work to me. So for me, it's worth it because I get to have a nostalgic childhood game that I can constantly replay. I can make new profiles, start new save throughs on a console that has the what's the word? I can't remember what the word I'm trying to say is, but it's just easier having it on the Switch. Like, obviously anyone can go on Google and download an emulator and so on, right? But having it on my Switch is convenient. That's the word I was looking for. The convenience level's there, and I can transfer those Pokemon from every story playthrough to home. And in that sense, they also have like a sense of legitimacy, right? Like, they're real Pokemon. Like, obviously it makes no difference. They're all none of them are real in that sense. Like when you emulate it versus play it on real hardware. But when it's a Pokemon that I can like transfer to home and use in a different game, it does have that level of like, this is a real Pokemon. Like, this Caterpie and this Weedle is real in the sense of if I catch them, I can send them to home. I can transfer them to a different game that has them in them. Like, I can catch this Weedle, and whenever home compatibility is available with Legends EA, I can transfer this Weedle from FireRed to Legends EA. Like, I think that's really cool. The only annoying thing is, I wish, if it ends up being that you do get the Kanto champion ribbon from battling in the Elite Four, I will not like that you can't transfer your Pokemon into this game, because what if I want to get the Kanto champion ribbon onto my Pokemon, right? Like my main Charizard, the one I keep mentioning, I've gotten every single possible ribbon that you can within certain limits on him, right? Like, I've transferred him to BDSP, went through the Elite Four so I could get the Sinnoh champion ribbon. I had him originally on my Sword and Shield story team, so I've got the Galar champion ribbon. I've transferred them to Scarlet and Violet, done the league there. So I've got the Paldea Champion ribbon. I've got the Best Friend ribbon. I've got the Treasure Hunter mark. You know, I've got all those different kinds of marks you can get on my Charizard. But I would love to get the Champion ribbon for every generation, right? Like Kanto, Johto, Hoenn, Sinnoh, Unova, Kalos, Alola, if you can get one for Alola, of course. You know, it'd be so cool to have every generation champion ribbons on your Pokemon. So I hope in the future there's a way that we can, like, at least face those leagues. Like, maybe it'd be too much to have all the generations visitable, but maybe you could have something where you literally get on the SS Anne or something and it takes you to the Pokemon League. So in that sense, it's like you create 10 different locations instead of having to recreate 10 different regions or something, right? Anyways, I'm just rambling. What are you guys saying? It's very accessible. Yeah, they should have a person or an item that lets you reset a level to level 1 on a level 100 Pokemon, like a way of prestige, and once reaching level 100 again, they could give a ribbon. Yeah, anything, right? Any reason to be able to de-level my Pokemon, I'll take it, right? Just so I can reuse it in replayable stories. That's the only thing I want it for. And yeah, it's very accessible. And it feels more real because of the transferring feature. I never could get into emulators because it felt not real. Yeah, 100%. It doesn't feel real. So I get you. Well, absolutely. And in this sense, these Caterpies that I'm looking at right now, they're real, which is cool in that sense. And Sundays, that's what they did for Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. You can transfer them out but not back in. I know, it's so unfortunate because I would love to be able to transfer in low-level Pokemon, like I just mentioned for FireRed, into Let's Go Pikachu. But now that we have FireRed, I don't think that I'll ever have any reason to go back to Let's Go Pikachu. Maybe just to experience the art style, because it is it's probably like, it might be one of the most visually pleasing, beautiful Pokemon games on the Switch, right? Even though the catching mechanic I don't like personally. But yeah. And now that we've got FireRed, I am very hopeful that we will get the other remaining generations. I don't know how it will work Gen 3 onwards, but we could very well get... I mean, the next one they release could be Heart Gold and Soul Silver, right? They might want to go in the same order. They might not be interested in releasing the OG games like Red, Blue, Gold, Silver. They might just want to give us the remakes versions, which anything is better than nothing, right? Even if the next one is Heart Gold and Soul Silver, I'd take it. And then instead of Heart Gold and Soul Silver... Sorry, I mean after that one... Oh, Caterpie's evolving. Nicely done, buddy. You know what, Caterpie? You're a beautiful Pokemon. That's so funny to say. Caterpie is just so cute. I love it. And seeing Caterpie in the anime is just so cool. And now I forgot what I was saying. I got distracted. Okay. Congratulations. Your Caterpie's evolved into a Metapod and he learns Harden, right? Yep, of course. We can't not learn Harden. Right. Let's give our Metapod a potion. And okay, the team is... We got 4 members of our team. So Sundays. Crystal or Heart Gold Soul Silver would be fantastic. Yeah, if we don't get Heart Gold Soul Silver, I would much prefer it was Crystal, because it could just be that Crystal was my first game in that sense, but there's so many quality of life improvements in Crystal compared to Gold and Silver that I would prefer that, right? But of course, for people that first played Gold and Silver, they'll be more nostalgic for them, so I can understand if their viewpoint was that they'd prefer it to be Gold or Silver. But if I had to choose, like, the things like the Lucky Egg, where you can get yourself an Elekid or a Magby or a Cleffa or a Pichu, like, things like that that weren't in Gold and Silver, I think they are definitely worth adding replayability value to your game in a way that Gold and Silver can't, because that doesn't exist, right? So I would hope it's that. But then again, in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, the lucky egg isn't in it, is it? So it's literally... I'm getting so lucky with not getting poisoned at all with these poison stinks, right? I just wanted to point that out. But yeah, but because of the improvement in graphics, obviously Heart Gold and Soul Silver would be more preferable. But I would take Crystal in a heartbeat. I would love to be able to have Crystal, because even if I had to like buy them 1 month at a time, so I wasn't like splurging out a huge chunk of cash at once, I would definitely buy one of each game if they became available ports wise. Like, it'd be so cool to have every game available on one console. And I don't mean like buy every version, I mean like one of each generation, right? Like Red, Crystal, I would say Sapphire, because I'm more nostalgic towards that, because that's the game I played instead of Emerald. But I would probably buy Emerald and Sapphire in that sense. And then maybe like Platinum and White and White 2 and so on, right? And Metapod shed skill ability, saving us from the poison. Oh my god, Metapod, you boss. Right. Let's go for another tackle and deal some more damage. Get a Metapod. Nicely done. Let's go for another tackle. Okay, Metapod speed falls, but let's knock them out with one more tackle. Good job. How much EXP do we get from that? 78. Nice. Let's go for another tackle. Poison Sting. No poison, that's good to see. We're dealing like no damage, my god. Okay, we keep going for the tackles. They're gonna poison us eventually. Might as well go for a potion. That's my last potion as well, dear god. Right. So we get the poison. Shedskin didn't trigger, unfortunately. Let's go for that tackle. Come on, Shedskin. Kick in. Come on. Shedskin, I need you to kick in now. Right, I'm gonna have to switch Metapod out. Oh my god, they crit Metapod. No! I'm gonna have to go back to the Pokemon Center. That's a shame. Right, I'm going into Mankey so I can get some EXP for him to get him to level 10, right? So let's go for a scratch. Okay, I don't know if they outspeed us now, but Mankey's a relatively fast Pokemon, so maybe not. And we are higher level, so let's find out. No, they are faster. Cool. Alright. Dodge the poison, Mankey. Oh, they crit us. They don't poison us, though, so that's better. Cool. We knock out the Weedle. 78 XP for Mankey. Lovely jubbly. Ooh, Kakuna. Alright. So this is going to be another spamming of Scratch. And they're just going to keep pressing Harden, but we do a good chunk of damage, so hopefully it won't take us long. So let's keep going for scratches. They keep hardening. Yep, yep, yep. Let's go for a scratch again. My god. Let's keep going for the scratches. Crit. Nope. Okay. Two more. Right, let's go for scratch. Nice. Okay, down goes Kakuna. And 106, almost to level 10. Cool. Right, let's move you to the front. Right, gotta go back to the Pokemon Center. I want to level up my Metapod. I don't want to leave it as level 7 before moving on. I'm not saying we necessarily get Metapod up to level 10 before we leave the forest, but, you know, I don't want to miss out on EXP. Oh, this music. Love it. Right. Right, let's go into the Pokemon Center. Nurse Joy, I need your assistance, please. Would you heal my Pokemon? Thanking you. Hope to see you again. Right. I do it every time. Right, let's get Metapod to the front. Right, I'm gonna save. I'm just gonna be 1 second. I'm gonna turn the light on in my room because it's getting dark now. 1 second. Right, okay, I am back. Let's carry on. Viridian Forest. Viridian City. There's an item up here, isn't there? So crazy to be playing Leaf Green on television. Absolutely. That's another reason that I forgot to mention a moment ago when we were talking about reasons why this feels better. We can finally play this on a TV. Like, the screen size is literally limited by what you want to buy or can afford for yourself, right? So any regular old TV is big enough anyways, right? So the fact that we can play on TV is amazing. Yeah, 100%. That's even one of the best reasons, right? Oh, what made you pick Leaf Green, by the way, instead of Fire Red? For me personally, it's never so much about what the box cover art is. It's more about what the exclusive things are, like what the exclusive Pokemon are and stuff. Like, any reason for me picking, like, for example, Brilliant Diamond over Shining Pearl is because, for example, Electabuzz or Electivire, whatever it is a Diamond, Brilliant Diamond exclusive, right? So my choices are always based on things like that. Was yours a similar reason, or is it just because you like Venusaur as the cover type of thing? Because obviously, if the two options were, I don't know, Water Blue and Leaf Green, I'd be picking Leaf Green. On a 70-inch, fantastic. That's brilliant, amazing. Alright, Metapod, knock out this Weedle. Boosh. Nicely done. Now, do you know what? That makes total sense. For me, it's the version exclusives as well. Like, I love Electabuzz and Cypher, right? Like, those are some of my favorite Cantonian Pokemon. So, that's why I prefer Fire Red. But if you prefer Sandslash and Starmie, that's 100% legitimate, right? And I think Golduck is also a Fire Red exclusive, right? So that's another reason, because I love Golduck as well. But yeah. But I'm missing out on Cypher, though, which is so cool. Yeah, exactly. Cypher was on my original story team from when I played Crystal back when I was like, I don't know, something 8 years old or something. So Cypher has a special place in my heart for being one of my very first Pokemon I ever had as a kid. So yeah, but I never had Cypher on my Kanto play. That was on my Johto play. I got him in the bug catching contest where you could get... I can't remember what level he was. I think he was like level 16 or something. But at that point in the game where if you chose Totodile like me, you've probably got like a level 13 to 15, 16 Totodile. So at that point, Cypher feels like your very first boss Pokemon, right? Like, you've got Pokemon... Like, at that point, I would have had Pokemon like Totodile, Abra, Pidgey, because I also had a Pidgeot on my original Crystal Story team. So yeah, having Cypher amongst all those like baby Pokemon, if you will, feels like your very first boss Pokemon. So I always thought that was so cool. And yes, Ninetales. But that's another one, isn't it? Because Ninetales is amazing, but then, like, for me, obviously, I'm a Charizard person, so my fire type's always Charizard. But if you're not a Charizard person, like, your options are, what's it, Ninetales or Arcanine, and Arcanine's FireRed, isn't it? So that's a tough one. But then again, Magmar is Leaf Green exclusive, right? And I think if I had to pick a favorite fire type that wasn't a starter in Kanto, I think it'd be Magmar, to be honest. Maybe Arcanine, but I do love Magmar. Like, Magmar, I even prefer Magmar to Magmortar. Like, I think Magmar's so cool. I've always thought Magmar was really cool. Even, like, since the OG anime with Blaine's Gym, Magmar's really cool. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Another Weedle. Oh, I can't escape. Oh no. Gosh, I guess I gotta go back to the Pokemon Center. That sucks. Maybe I should buy some potions with the money I got from the trainers. Right, help me, Nurse Joy, please. Hope to see you again. Ah, so you watched the Belly Drum Magmar video Sundays. Ah, I'm glad you enjoyed the video. Yeah, that's my favourite way to use Magmar. Eviolite, Belly Drum, Flame Charge, Thunder Punch, Mach Punch, Terra Fighting to boost the Mach Punch. Fantastic stuff. Like, yeah, and it's got such a great speed stat as well, so it's so quick. I guess we can knock out this Metapod to get some speed EVs. Let's go for it. God, our attack stat is terrible. I suppose it makes sense we're modest, so we got 10% decrease in our physical attack. Geez, and we missed our tackle, which doesn't help. Oh, God, another crit would knock us out. Jeez Louise. Thank God they missed one. Right, as long as we... Oh! Was it a speed tie? How interesting. Right, level 8. But I'm going to have to go back to the Pokemon Center. I forgot to buy potions. Right. Let's go. Oh, hang on a minute. I want to share this. Just sharing the stream somewhere. Right, cool. Right. Yep, we need to heal up. Oh, and I suppose I'll do the generic YouTuber things. If you are watching and you're enjoying the video, smash that like button. It helps more than you think it does, and I appreciate it. Yeah, cheers. But you don't have to. It just helps if you want to. Okay. Right, moving on with the story. The music. Love it. Right, we're almost out of the forest. We're almost out of the woods, but I forgot to buy potions again, didn't I? I'm so silly. Oh god. Okay. Hopefully we can level up Metapod without it getting too weakened. Maybe I don't face Weedles. Okay, Caterpie, that's good to see. Come on in, Metapod, buddy. Oh, that's a good chunk of damage, to be fair. Alright, let's get off another tackle. Nice, nice, nice. Oh, and by the way, to the guys in chat, or to when I say guys, I mean everyone, obviously. How does the sound to you guys? Does it sound good? Let's go for another tackle, knock him out. And when I say does it sound good, I mean like does the game sound ratio sound good to my voice type of thing? Let's grab that item. Antidote might come in handy. Let's battle because you'll give us more EXP than wild Pokemon. What you got? Weedle or Caterpie? Perfect. Level 7 Caterpie. Right, let's get on this. Not the best amount of damage, is it? But we'll have to make it work. We're almost at level 10. At level 10 we get Gust, I think it is, right? And then we'll have something to work with. A stab move at least. Right, and one thing I'm kind of tempted to do is, because I've been streaming for almost 2 hours now, I am kind of tempted to order food. I'm getting a bit hungry, I'm not going to lie. Right, let's go for that tackle. Just going to check something quickly. Sorry, I was tagged somewhere and I'm just looking to see where it's come from. I don't know. Never mind, let's carry on. Let's keep going for those tackles. So the game sound is a little quiet compared to the mic, but not bad at all. Okay. Well, do you know what? Let's test it out. I can slightly increase the game sound. Now, tell me, how does that sound, or is that too high now? Down goes the Caterpie, lovely jubbly, and 79 experience. Fantastic. Out comes the Caterpie. Let's go for that tackle. Jeez, we're doing no damage. Let's go. Oh, and as I was saying, yeah, I am tempted to order some food because I'm quite hungry now. Might order myself a McDonald's. Treat myself. Haven't had one in weeks. let's keep going. Oh, we missed our tackle. Tackle. Let's keep going for those tackles. Let's go for another tackle. Sorry, I'm a bit distracted. I'm a bit quiet right now because I'm ordering my food. Getting myself a couple of burgers and a milkshake. Lovely jubbly. Right. Let's go check out. Rightio, my order has been taken care of. I'll decide. It'll take about 45 minutes to 50 minutes to arrive anyways, and I'll decide then whether or not I want to call it a day or carry on streaming while I'm eating or something. I mean, I've been going for over 2 hours now anyway, so we've done good time today, and I've been streaming for over 2 hours and I still haven't reached Brock. That's hilarious. An opposing Caterpie, lovely jubbly. Come on out, Metapod. Metapod's almost at level 9, but we have no HP basically, so I'm going to switch into Charmander and just Ember this so I can slowly get my Metapod to level 9. Right. Charmander speed drops, let's go for the Ember. Oh, I went for Scratch by accident. Oh, okay, good. Thanks, Sundays, for confirming that it sounds good. And yeah, definitely. And feel free to update me with things that happen in your story playthrough as you're going as well, right? It's the experience is more fun when you're sharing it with people as you're doing it, right? So by all means, feel free. Right, Metapod gains 15 experience. Oh my god, that's like nothing. Do I really have no other potions? Ah, dang it, that's annoying. Ooh, Pikachu! I'm gonna catch this. I am catching this. I do love Raichu, so I'm going to add Pikachu to my team for now. I might swap him out later, but I'm catching him. Ah, Pikachu, you knocked out my Metapod. Oh, no. Go into Mankey and Scratch. Let's do that. How much do we do? Nice chunk of damage. They go for the Thunder Shock. A level 5 Pikachu. That's great. Let's go for that. Let's go for the Pokeball. Come on, Pikachu. I want you to join the team. God, look at me. It's like I've literally got all Ash Pokemon. Pikachu, Charmander, Mankey, Metapod. Funny stuff. Right. Pikachu's data was added. Lovely jubbly. No, we'll keep it as it is. You've just made it to Mount Moon, been training your Pikachu against these Zubats. Oh, cool. You got a Pikachu as well. Very nice. Are you planning to evolve your Pikachu, or are you just going to keep it as a Pikachu? Light Ball exists in this game, right? I can't remember how you get it, but Modest Pikachu. Oh my god, it's like it's fate. It's meant to be. This Pikachu is meant to join my team. Fantastic. Oh my god, Modest Pikachu. That is what we like to see. Right, for now, I'm going to keep moving forward because it's kind of exhausting going all the way back to Viridian City. So let's keep trooping forward. We've got Mankey to level up to level 10. And we'll just scratch these bugs with our Mankey. Right, come here, bug catcher Charlie. I don't know why, but saying that name Charlie just made me flash back to that old school YouTube video. Charlie bit my finger. Silly stuff. Right, let's go for a scratch. Let's see the damage. Not bad, not bad. Right, let's keep going for the scratch. Let's keep going for these scratches. Let's keep going for the scratches. You're going to evolve it into Raichu ASAP. Oh yeah, fair enough. I totally get you. Raichu's my favourite electric type for Generation 1, and I much prefer it to Pikachu. The earliest you can get it is Celadon, I believe. And I suppose by that point Pikachu would already be level 26. Because that's when Pikachu learns Thunderbolt, and to be honest, that's the only move that's really worth while learning via level up as a Pikachu before you evolve your Pikachu into a Raichu. So I guess it's not like too much of a hassle in that sense, because any move that Pikachu learns after 26 isn't really worth it. It'd be much more better to just evolve it into a Raichu. And Sundays. Ow, Charlie, you bit me. That really... Yeah, I know. That was a funny old classic video. Old school YouTube days. Right. Okay, let's finish off this Caterpie with an Ember. Down it goes. Nice bit of EXP. Let's knock out this Metapod as well. Down it goes in one hit. Sundays, you could tell me, do you think that the game looks more vibrant to you on your screen, like even on your TV, compared to like how the game used to look back in the day? I don't know. I think it might just be, it could just be excitement. I don't know. But when I look at Charmander here, he feels to look like a bit more of a vibrant, saturated orange, and I kind of love it, to be honest. But it could just be me, I don't know. Let's move Charmander to the front to get some more EXP. Mankey's going to get plenty of EXP in the gym, to be fair. Although Mankey doesn't know any fighting moves yet. Oh wait, sorry, what am I talking about? He's got low kick. Charmander goes for that Ember, one-shotting the Weedle. Yeah, the colours really are popping, aren't they? I knew that they were somehow going to improve it so that it looks better on a big screen, so it didn't just look all stretched out and stuff or something. So maybe they did add like a colour patch or something to make the colours pop more. I don't know, but whatever it is, it definitely looks good. And if they do that for other games as well, that'd be even better as well. Another Weedle. Another... Oh, level 9. We still one-shotted though. Fantastic job, Charmander. Thank you for the money. Last encounter of the Viridian Forest. Your Ivysaur looks so good, huh? Nice. I'm excited to see what Charmeleon and Charizard looks like as well. So, is Venusaur your favourite out of the Bulbasaur line then? To be honest, out of the 9 stages, out of the 3 Kanto starters, my top 2 would be Charizard and Bulbasaur, and Squirtle being number 3. Yep, you press B. Oh, okay, cool. That's referring to the move Cut, I believe. Route 2. I think this is just the same Rattata and Pidgey Pokemon, isn't it? Yeah. So I'll knock this out to get another Speed Eevee, but then I'll move... Oh, and then we also get to level 12, which will be cool. Down it goes. Lovely jubbly. Charles Wells. Hey, Charles Big Valley. I love your videos, man. Oh, thanks, Charles. I really appreciate that. That's very kind of you. Thanks for saying that, and welcome to the chat. That I don't know if have you got an Fire Red and Leaf Green for yourself? You'd say Ivysaur is your favourite, weirdly enough. That's not weird at all, mate. I've heard lots of people say Ivysaur is their favourite, because it's kind of like a mishmash of Bulbasaur and Venusaur, isn't it? You get a bit of the bulb opening, and you get a bit of Bulbasaur. I mean, Ivysaur is like Bulbasaur, but with his teeth out, isn't he? So, I get it. Bulbasaur's definitely my favourite. It could be nostalgia from the anime that's, like, subconsciously brainwashed me. Who knows? But, you know, it can't help who your favourites are. Alright, thank you, Nurse Joy. Thanking you. No, I'll leave that profile stuff. I never do that profile stuff. Oh, fair enough, mate. No worries, no worries. Oh, you're currently replaying Black and White. Very cool. I've never played Generations 5 through 7, so I haven't played. I haven't played through a Unova game or a Kalos game. I mean, I guess if you count Legends EA, but not the OG Kalos games. Never played Oras. Never played the Alola games. So I definitely need to play those one day. Maybe if we're lucky enough to get the ports, I'll get a chance to. But who was your starter in your replay of Black and White? My favourite starter, I mean, I love Snivy. I think base stage would be Snivy. But my favourite, I think, is Duot. I love Duot. Right, let's grab some items. God, we got no money at all either. Didn't remember money being this tight before, but I guess that's the earlier games for you. Let's visit the museum. 50 bucks. Ah, cool. Oshawott your favourite as well. Yeah, I love Oshawott's amazing as well. It's my second. It's probably my third favourite. So I think in my top 3 out of all 9 would be Duot, Snivy, and Oshawott. Oh, I think I remember this. I always like this because it's like remembering real life. Was it July 20th, 1969 or something like that? This guy says it right. Yeah, July 20th, 1969. I always remember it because of this guy. That's so funny. Right, let's move on to Brock. Clefairy came from the moon. Right, our very first gym battle of this game. Mankey, front and stage. You've got this, buddy. Am I now? Just gonna check something quickly. Right. There we go. Right, Mankey, let's go for a low kick. Nice chunk of damage. They go for the defense curl, so we get to knock them out without taking any damage. That's what we like to see. Right, Mankey, buddy, let's go for another low kick. Oh, they survived. Fair enough. Right. Nice. Let's go for it. Can we knock them out with a scratch? I'm not going to risk it. Right, down goes the Geodude. Lovely jubbly stuff. Mankey gains 183 EXP. They're going into the Sandshrew, eh? I guess this is an opportunity for Charmander to come in then. Come on in, Charmander. Right, let's go for that Ember. Nice, he's just going for defense curls. Charmander, buddy, let's go for another Ember. One more, one more. Alright, down goes the Sandshrew. Charmander gets a huge chunk of EXP. Amazing. Alright, 220, nice. Right, let me save. And before I face Brock, I've got to do something quickly, so I'll be back in 1 second. Right, okay, I'm back. Sundays, you remember Lieutenant Surge being kind of half the defeats? Interesting. I don't actually remember what it was like facing Lieutenant Surge for the first time. So I couldn't tell you whether or not it was difficult or if it was standard, I guess. I do remember struggling with Brock, though, in Pokemon Blue with my Charmander in the beginning. That is like a core memory of, like, struggle, right? Another one that I also remember is from Crystal. I remember struggling a lot against Whitney. Like, I know lots of videos talk about how you can get this Machop or get Heracross, so and so on. But, you know, 7 or 8-year-old me didn't know that. I just had my my Totodile / Croconaw, my Pidgey or whatever, right? So, anyways, let's face Brock, our first gym leader. Let's do this, Brock. Oh, the music. Let's do it. Geodude. Geo. Right, let's go for that low kick. Ooh. He goes for the attack. Ooh, that's a good chunk of damage on his part. He goes for a defense call. Perfect. Her Miltank was difficult to defeat. Absolutely. The attract, stomp, milk drink, rollout shenanigans. The entire moveset is like chaos. It's like hell. Attract can literally like just stop you from playing the game entirely, which is crazy. Mankey gains. Oh, nice. Level 11. Fantastic. Mankey learned Karate Chop. Very cool. Let's go for the Karate Chop. And Onix is actually a Pokemon that's like in my top 10 favorite Kanto Pokemon as well, right? That might even be including starters. I just love Onix. Like, see it in the anime, like this humongous, ginormous creature, like the size of a building, right? Like, in the anime, Brock, Misty, and Ash all fitted on Onix's head while riding him, right? Like, that's insane. I think Loki would have done more damage, actually. Oh no, he crit me twice. That's rather unfortunate. Do you know what? I'm going to send in Metapod, because if we can somehow knock out this Onix with Metapod, we would probably get enough EXP to level up. So, let's go for that tackle. Oh, they got Rock Tomb. Jeez Louise. Okay. So, we're doing, like, no damage, are we? How much is this going to do to my Metapod? Ah! It one-shotted my Metapod. Oh, no. Alright. Charmander, Ember this, please. We're going to cook this Onix. Get him. Ooh, not enough. Alright. Here comes the Rock Tomb. Charmander. Oh, we're going to get outsped now, aren't we? Okay, so he needs to miss the next Rock Tomb. He didn't miss. That knocks out my Charmander, but Pidgey can knock out the Onix, so I'm not too worried. What's my top 3 favourite Kanto Pokemon of all time? I mean, if we're including starters, Charizard, Bulbasaur, and Squirtle. It sounds a bit silly, but those are my top 3 favourites. So let's go into Pidgey, and we'll gust this Onix. But yeah, what's your top 3 favourite Kanto Pokemon of all time? I always love seeing people's favourites. Oh, they're faster. Am I really going to wipe out to Onix? Oh my god, Pidgey lived! Oh my god, Pidgey, you absolute boss. Pidgey there to save the day. I was literally thinking, am I going to wipe to Onix after all this preparation? But no, Pidgey was there to save the day. Thank you, Pidgey. So we might even level up to level 12 with all the EXP we're about to get. So, do we get up to level 12? Yeah, we do. Pidgey, go you. Amazing. So, Brock has been defeated. Lovely jubbly. And maybe to make this playthrough more fun, maybe I only bring the same amount of Pokemon the gym leader has to the gym. So if, like, Brock only uses 2 Pokemon, maybe I only bring 2 Pokemon, so it's more like the anime, like a 2v2, instead of, like, how I just won a 2v4, right? Which means I would have lost this battle realistically, but that might just add, like, a hint of difficulty that might spice up the playthrough in a more fun way, right? Because I don't mind losing. I mean, it's a playthrough for fun. But anyways, so we get Rock Tomb from Brock. Nice, nice, nice. So, okay, let's go back to the Pokemon Center and heal up. So, Sundays, your top 3 Pokemon are Rapidash, Gyarados, and Gengar. Wow, very cool. I actually love that Rapidash is one of your top 3 of all times, because Gyarados and Gengar, they're very cool Pokemon. I love them, right? They're definitely some of my favorites. But a lot of people probably think they're very cool, right? But I don't think a lot of people would say that Rapidash would be in their top 3. So, very cool choice. I like it. I like it. Now let me just save quickly, and then I've got to double check something. I've got to check on the arrival time of my food, right? I don't want to have to rush to meet the delivery driver. So, let me save. Right, let me quickly check. Right, about 5-6 minutes away. So, I think I might call it a I might call it there. We've gotten our first gym badge, and how long have I been streaming for? I've been streaming for 2.5 hours, to be fair. So I have been streaming a good while. But yeah, I'll first of all want to say thanks for everyone that came to watch and be a part of the journey. Obviously there'll be some people that are watching later on instead of live, but thanks to everyone that was able to make it for the live stream, and for everyone that participated in the chat. It was very nice to talk